Hey guys, welcome back to the program. Welcome back to the DeeTimeLove show. Today you join me outside in the UK filming in natural sunlight. Yes, the sun is shining in September in the UK and I'm delighted to be able to film this very interesting video. We have a brand new release from a company called OLTO8, a brand that likes to bring you watch complications, I would say hyper watch complications at affordable prices. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the OLTO8 KING. Very nice indeed. It is very much a continuation of the OLTO8 Roto that I featured and reviewed on the channel before. And as you can see, I've got the green variant there of the Roto and I've got the blue variant of the King. Very cool watches. Look how they play in natural sunlight. Very nice indeed. Now, before I go into too much detail and give you my first impressions of the OLTO8 KING in blue, as you can see here on this blue leather strap, let's go through my first impressions, but let's go through the specifications first of all. But I'm also going to show you some shots of the loom. Look at this. Very nice indeed. The loom, very cool. Let's go through the specifications and my first impressions, and then we'll take it from there. I want to start off by saying it's absolutely amazing to get this watch in natural sunlight, because in the studio I was really struggling to film this watch, really because of its double dome sapphire crystal. Look at that. It does add a little bit more depth to the watch, I have to say, that double dome. It does tend to distort, even though it's got AR coating as well, anti-reflective coating. But before I give you my first impressions, let's go through the specification of this timepiece. Now, the watch wears very small. It's a 39mm watch in terms of case diameter. Lug to lug, you're looking at 46.6mm, and the case thickness is 13.5mm, and I measured it. If you didn't include the dome sapphire crystal, double dome sapphire crystal, this would come in at 10.5mm, so it would be very thin indeed, and it's extremely light at 53 grams, guys. I have to say, very light indeed. And this watch host, it's got a flat case back, stainless steel. They've gone this path, which I'm quite happy with, that they've done is that continuation of Roto, because I believe a clear case back on a 9039 Miyota movement isn't anything spectacular, and I think this looks a lot more smarter in my opinion, guys. But let's get the watch on the wrist and let's go through my first impressions. Look at this watch on the wrist, absolutely fantastic, wears really well, it feels really light. There are different variations, different color dials. There's also a titanium version as well. I'll leave you a little image of the different types of dials and color variations they do. But let's talk about the price as well. The one I've got on my wrist is just under $600. And for this price, it really is extremely good value. So they get a massive tick straight away for value for money. A lot of people, if you're not into complicated dials or anything like, look away now. This is modern hyper watch complication coming to you with, you could say, classic watch design with this particular case. Look at the lugs there, the way they curve, high-end finish, glossy finish, polish throughout the actual case. Very nice, very thin as well. I believe this is only around about 30 meters water resistant. It is hosting a heavily modified 9039 movement, which is hacking. But biggest highlight for me when I look at this watch is that layered dial, the blue, the second disc that they've modified to show the cards of poker, and this is the OLTO King. But how do you tell the time? So as you can see there on the top there, you've got the minute track. This would be 31 minutes past 3, so very easy to tell the time. But my overall impression is, I have to say, on my 6.5-inch wrist, it's very, very light. It wears on my wrist effortlessly. It feels like I'm not wearing anything. I do like the leather strap. It's like a croc grey, not real alligator or real croc, but it does look very good. It really in fitting. I would love to pair this up with a real croc or alligator strap to really enhance the watch. I think it would even make it look far more expensive, I have to say. But the strap is good. You have to consider it in terms of cost and the pricing, just under $600. it's absolutely a bargain in regards to that. If I'm being overly critical, I'm not a biggest fan of this double dome sapphire crystal. It does tend to distort a little bit. I know it's got AR coating. You know what? I would have even preferred a flat sapphire crystal. To be honest with you, I think it would have looked even more sharp. But in saying that, it does add a lot of character. It's very hard to film on video. But guys, I have to say, in real life, this watch does look a lot more better than it really does on the camera. I don't think my videography skills do it justice, I have to say. Now, if you are interested in this particular timepiece, there is a considerable discount to be had if you sign up now. I believe you can get up to 25% discount, and I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check it out. But overall, it's a very cool piece, I have to say. And look at that layered dial, the blue OLTO8. If I was being overly critical, I would have preferred that the OLTO8 logo right at the bottom, that would have been normally 6 o'clock on a traditional dial, would have been a little bit smaller. To be honest with you, would have added a bit more class. I think that big Olto out is a little bit too big for my liking, but overall, I'm being overly critical. Now, this really is a conversational starter. I wore this watch at work, and everybody asked me, "D, what are you wearing?" And I asked them about the price, and it does look like a far more expensive timepiece. So OLTO8 continue the trend from Rotto, and they're doing a fantastic job, guys. Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.